The Joy Show.
Hello guys! Welcome to the Joy Show! Okay, this is an achievement for me doing a podcast. It's our third episode! Okay, so this is very unexpected for me. Wait, is it recording? Because as I mentioned from my previous episode, CapCut is shit. That my software version of CapCut is not allowed anymore. So they permanently closed it. You need to update to an upgraded one, which the new version is, probably piece of shit. So I'm doing my other ways for still have this, VHS setting when it comes to my podcast. So I forgot something. Wait a damn minute. Okay, so I have brought it with me already because this is necessary for me to still continue, indulge in, my favorite food. So I have this prebiotic supplement with me. This is not like a maintenance or something. I just wanna, still enjoy my food and still have this healthy digestive system. So I have this. So I'll take it now before we start doing a mukbang. Yes, a mukbang on a podcast. Did someone do this other than Stephanie Sue? I don't know. I am now taking my digestive cola. Take note, kagagising ko lang. And my body is literally functioning on a schedule where people are currently or just going to sleep. Take it. Okay guys, let's eat. So I have here like my all-time favorite, the meal that I always eat every week, even though it is really bad for you. Pancit canton with some eggs and veggies. Yes, I'm still health conscious, even though my food is like not really for the health conscious. So good. Adding on the egg. Also adding it to the noodles. These meals and the conversation hits really different. And I really love noodles so much because it's such a, introverted food. It is a food for those people who are broke. This is the food for, people who likes a meal on the go. Like, noodles are very versatile and we still demonize it. Like, I just don't know why, but if it makes you satisfied, if it makes you, feel full, and if it, just hits on your cravings, then it's not unhealthy. Like, come on, let's not be like dietitians or something. What are we talking about on this podcast? It's already 6 minutes and wala pa tayo nasa start. 7 na dito in the video. So, we'll be talking about mainly lifestyle shows. So, I guess let's go with our pretty main topic for our podcast for today's episode because ang main motive talaga na podcast na to is to bring in nostalgia with the Y2K entertainment, Y2K broadcasting, and whatever, whether it's radio or TV. So, what are lifestyle shows, you may ask? Lifestyle shows or magazine shows are the type of shows that are giving you like informative entertainment. Hindi siya informative to the point that you will learn and get the information you needed. Yes, you still be informed and get the information you needed by, showing you some very interesting stuff like food, what food you should eat, what is food is trending right now, what is the trendiest restaurants around, what is the trendiest malls, what is the trendiest department stores, trendiest outfits of the year, of the month, hair colors, home styling, home decorating, also travel shows. Those are also lifestyle shows, magazine shows of some sort. So, examples of magazine shows or lifestyle shows. Chris TV. We'll discuss it later because I haven't hiwalay the topic for that. At Home ka dito. If you're batang 2000s, you know this fucking show. At Home ka dito with Charlene Gonzalez. And also, Rated K is a magazine show. What other magazine shows that are really popular? Kabuhayang Swanta Swak. I can say that it's a magazine show, but it's leaning onto the business side of things. So, yeah, we can differ magazine shows in their different niches. Business, home, travel, even cars. Cars have their own magazine show. I saw a Cars TV show before on GMA News TV. Before siya maging GTV, it's GMA News TV. Meron Turbo pa pagkakaalala ko. Magazine show siya about cars. And also, kung may narinig kayo ibang background noise, it's the rain because it's fucking, raining way too heavy, and also we're experiencing a typhoon here. Bakit naman nagsushoot ako ng podcast? Lagi na lang umuulan. Like, this is such a very good time for me to, talk in front of you guys. Like, does the universe know? Does the universe know my podcast schedule of shooting? Kaya sila nagpapag-ulan? Like, I don't know. These lifestyle shows are very significant to my childhood, and that is because ito yung parang gateway natin para malaman natin kung saan yung trendy na restaurant noong early 2000s. And also, dito natin nalalaman kung saan tayo pwede gumala. Oh my God, my boss. Saan tayo pwede gumala through these lifestyle shows. What is the most trendiest spots? It's all about the trends, no lifestyle shows. Also, I fucking miss fashion shows on TV. Like, ang pinaka-last yata na fashion related na napanood ko on TV is the one that fashion lifestyle show sa GMA News TV rin. Like, everything in GMA News TV is so iconic na parang dun yata mas marami ang lifestyle shows. Other than their documentaries, their news programs, and other, regular programming stuff, they also have lifestyle shows, and they have a ton of it. Like, come on, Pop Talk. Even at QTV, Kids on Q. Like, it's a kids-oriented magazine show. Ano pa ba? Taste Buddies. Oh, don't get me started on Taste Buddies. Like, do not get me started on that lifestyle show because that show was the last TV or Philippine lifestyle show that I fucking watched. Like, in my entire life. Like, it is kasalanan to ng social media. I can say that is because lahat na ng lahat ng pinapakita trendy spots, pinapakita na on social media. So, wala nang halos siguro maibigay na trendy spots ang TV or TV networks para lang maka-engage sila ng following. It's pretty sad. Pero the only magazine show that we have right now, pero hindi ko siya masyadong napapanood, is Pera Paraan by Susan Enriquez. It's also very entertaining to me because they show you, the life of the business owners and also their business showcase, which, not gonna lie, a lot of the businesses that's featured on the program are all fucking restaurants, food chains, food kiosks that I really want to fucking try. Like, nagkaroon na ng brand show, isang feature nila na Persian or Middle Eastern style chicken sa may branch sila sa Caloocan. It's fucking near in our address. So I'm in fucking danger. My wallet is in fucking danger. I don't know. I don't know. I really wanted to, eat some Middle Eastern cuisine in a way that is affordable with their chicken. Like, not shawarma because Pinoy shawarma is just sweeter, but in fact, from Middle Eastern, it should be on a more herby, spicy side, not on the sweeter side. So, I'm really looking forward to trying it. I'm really entertained. Nung pag may napapanood akong lifestyle show, especially, like, pag may pinapakita silang spot, trendy spot, I was like, wow, this place exists? This is fucking pretty. And this is me as a kid. Like, nabubuhay ako in these kinds of shows and also nabubuhay ako with entertainment magazines. Like, as a kid, lumaki din ako sa Total Girl, Candy, and also Mega, and yung isa pang magazine, Cosmopolitan. I should have read Cosmopolitan as a kid. It's way too mature for me, not only, very, an NSFW type of shit, but it's way too mature for a kid like me, but I still read Cosmopolitan anyways. Pinaka-soul na reason, pinaka-soul na reason ko kung bakit gusto ko maging artista or gusto ko magtrabaho in a broadcasting network before. Just to be part of the production of a lifestyle show. Like, even before talaga yung maging radio DJ ako, like my second dream, gusto ko makapasok man lang sa ABS-CBN or sa GMA and to, be a part of production of a magazine show or lifestyle show because I have the privilege to travel. I have the privilege to, do some things. Parang kailangan gumagala. Like, think about it. Bakit hindi natin ina-expand na yung experiences natin in life? Like, I was able to experience paggagala, but to work while gumagala, fascinating, right? Look, people. Look. Like, I have a second and here it is. It's a fucking jammy egg. I like this type of egg. Oh my god, it's so good. those TV dramas, those game shows. Yeah, I can watch that normally, but when you show me a fucking magazine or lifestyle show, I will fucking eat it. I will end the show no matter how nonsense it is, according to my parents. Pero pinapalabas siya mostly every morning on a public or a, popular TV show. My favorite lifestyle shows, unahin natin sa pinakakilala na natin, like super kilala na natin, and that is Chris TV. Inuna ko na talaga to kasi this is one of those lifestyle shows that are very significant to all of the Filipinos. Ito lang yata yung lifestyle show na sobrang pinanood ng most of Filipino households, and Chris TV, Chris Aquino is such an icon. Like, is that a pakinamok? Yeah, it's a pakinamok. I just killed it. Chris Aquino is very engaging when it comes to the food that they go, the resorts and parks that they also go, and also when they travel, they really put themselves into like traveling and then immersing themselves with her staff. Like, we also get to know Darla. Like, Darla Sarrier. So, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but Darla. This is, the medium that we know more about her. Like, also, Darla is such an icon. She is a legend, and she was a staple in that TV show other than Chris Aquino. Ang dami rin nating memes na nakuha in this lifestyle show. Like, this is such a, gem of the Philippine lifestyle shows, and I'm really, really sad that it had disappeared all of a sudden. And by the way, get well to Miss Chris Aquino. Even though it's really, really lethal for a person to have that kind of sickness, she's still strong. If in case Chris Aquino will, get better and come back in the Philippine media. Oh my God, nakita niyo ba yun? What the fuck? Okay. If she will come back in Philippine media, in ABS-CBN perhaps, I don't want her to come back on a game show. I don't want to come back. I don't want to make her come back on a noontime show. I don't want to make her come back with a TV drama. I want her to come back on a lifestyle show. Like an interview show. Like, dun siya magaling eh. Mount Chismis. Like, she's the queen of all media at some sorts. Like, she can do everything. But at the same time, what she is really good at is interviewing celebrities and, being in a lifestyle show. Like, she is on her brawler side nung nasa Chris TV era siya, like her final era. Like, I really miss her so much. She's just very spontaneous about interviewing these celebrities, and also showcasing celebrities' homes are so really pretty fascinating because doon nag-level up yung pag-i-interview na eh. Parang nandun yung parang lowest self ng mga celebrities pag nasa bahay sila, tapos ini-interview sila ni Chris Aquino, and they know that they can be comfortable with Chris Aquino because she is a very considerate and a very mature interviewee, unlike Boy Abunda. At yes, I said it. Even though they're friends with Boy Abunda, I don't like Boy Abunda's way of interviewing, even though it's just his job. But bakit iba yung way ni Chris Aquino na pag-i-interview without, being so offensive to the celebrity? Bakit hindi magawa ni Boy Abunda yun? Again, I really miss Chris Aquino. I hope she will come back. under a lifestyle show because dun ko siya like sobrang na-miss. So, another lifestyle show that I really liked is Pop Talk. Yes, Pop Talk is also the lifestyle show that cements Filipino household because doon nagsimula yung pop or flop. Hindi pa na-popularize yung flop na word. Gamit na gamit sa Pop Talk ang flop. And it's not in a flop that is, in a very offensive way. It's a flop from a perspective of a construct criticism from all the restaurants that they're eating. It's a food reviewing lifestyle show and I fucking love it so much. And Tony Pet, Gaba, I know he's at net 25 now. It's not that popular with TV Network. Why is he there? I think wala naman siyang issue. Kasi sinerch ko talaga sa net, sa career niya kung may issue siya. Pero so far, wala naman siyang issue. Maybe his contract ended with GMA and then lumipat siya na ibang channel which hindi na siya masyado naging popular anymore. It's pretty sad na hindi na-revive o hindi na-rehost yung Pop Talk because it's such an iconic lifestyle show also. Like, everyone and their mothers also watching that lifestyle show anyways and they let it die down. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. Okay, so another lifestyle show that I know, they're cooking shows na lang to because I also love to cook, but I remember a pretty short lifestyle show on Quick Fire. If you remember this lifestyle show on QTV before yun, QTV, and it's just a pretty short cooking show and with some multiple sponsors. Wala yata masyado episodes on Quick Fire. Message ko nga sa YouTube mamaya and it put some clips over there. Like, it's also part of my childhood and it's just a pretty simple and quick lifestyle show lang talaga, like quick cookie show. Again, let's talk about Taste Buddy. Such also a pretty fascinating show because before yung mga TikTok influencers na mag-recommend ng mga trendiest na restaurants all around Metro Manila or even, nearby Metro Manila, the provinces, pinopromote yan ng Taste Buddies before. Their food, the ambience of the restaurants, or the cafe, and there are a lot of business na na-feature ang Taste Buddies noong 2012. And then, what I remember, nag-end yung episode just recent, 2022. Like, 10 years din sila. Every Saturday sila nag-feature ng isang restaurant for the whole episode, and it gives these restaurants a spotlight to feature their ethics and their bestseller dishes and other foods they need to try in their restaurant. Like, ito yung parang yung year talaga na die down yung mga, shows na ganito, that's because of social media. Like, nakakasad. Kaya siguro ako nagdo-doomscroll sa TikTok because doon ako natutuwa kapag may nakikita akong restaurants, nakikita akong food features. Just like no mga times na natutuwa ako with the features ng Taste Buddies. Biyahe ni Drew. It's still ongoing as far as I remember. It's still ongoing. They also release full episodes of Biyahe ni Drew on JTV. Pero yun nga, hindi ko na siya masyadong pinapanood because it's on a weekday. I really love how Drew also like very happy and also very chill about his travels all around the Philippines and also sometimes all around the world. And hindi siya yung sobrang spontaneous when it comes to reviewing things, going in a certain place. He's just a very chill host of a travel show. Like, he's just pretty chill to me and not complaining about it. He's people are still eating up the way that he hosts a lifestyle show. Like, ganun lang siguro yung insight ko regarding on his way of hosting the show. And that is why andun yung charm ng biyahe ni Drew. Also, he pretty much wet his shoes kapag tumatawid sila sa mga ilaw, sa mga sapa. Like, those are fucking expensive sneakers. And he just pretty much, you know, nilubog niya yung sapatos niya sa mga tubig-tubig na yun. Bitch! Ako nga! Mabasala sa ulan yung boots ko. I don't want it anymore. Yung boots ko nga ngayon nangangamoy and it needs sun reflection para na mawala yung amoy ng sapatos ko. Basically, hindi ko pa nasusuot yung boots ko. Until now. Okay, we're at 38 minutes. So, baka hindi pa 38 minutes pa nga ito. Bawas pa. That's because we have our eating sessions there. We'll save that last few bites on our end of our discussion. There are also other lifestyle shows, but mostly, not gonna lie to you guys, they're available on cable TV. Like ETC, because it's catered to women audiences, as far as I remember, bago pa sila nag-sign off. You know what? Wrong timing. Nag-boom na yung channel nila again because of Turkish dramas. Like, everywhere I go is also iconic for ETC. And then Hayat. And then, ito, may isa pa silang pinalabas sa Turkish drama, but they continuously signed off. Like, I don't know why. Solar, what is in your head? You make a TV network so popular right now, but you chose to, continue the contract and sign the fuck up on the channel. Ano yung hanapan ko na lifestyle show? Asan? Wala na? God damn it. If you want to look for other lifestyle shows, because tapos na yung lifestyle shows lot sa public TV, go to a cable channel. Paano kung wala ka cable? Di bahala ka na sa buhay mo. If yung digital TV mo is nakakasagap naman ng mga other cable TVs that is on, there's also available on free TV, then go ahead and switch to that channel. Pag wala, God Lord knows kung available the siya on the internet. Just saying. So, mga cable TVs and lifestyle shows na alala ko, merong isa sa CNN Philippines, which is also signed off already. Several lifestyle shows on ETC, Project Runway Philippines. Yeah, they made Project Runway Philippines. Etc. Yun yung naalala ko. They also have some very short features of what is going on in the entertainment, like concerts, private events, features din sila ng mga ganon. And I'm also pretty fascinated about those features. Kahit di naman ako pera sa kid, hindi pa ako nagtatrabaho. I'm still studying. I was like, oh my God, gusto ko na pumunta sa mga ganyan one day. And I'm going to these places that I wish to go, even though it just looks like it, even though wala na yung mismong spots na yun. But Lord knows na mag-reopen sila, I guess, one day, and then I'll experience those places or restaurants and anything, Nakakamiss lang. Super nakakamiss lang. There are also channels that are mainly for lifestyle. Ito yon. If you remember this logo, ito yung Lifestyle Network. Oh my God, we're 47 minutes already. This may be the longest episode that we are shooting for our podcast. This is so... If you really want to, indulge yourself with lifestyle TV, then you have to have a cable connection to your TV because lahat ng gusto mo mapanood, cooking, home, fashion, cars, di kaya whatever's travel, mapapanood mo siya in the cable TV setup. Kasi mostly, pag nasa free TV yan, public TV, halos wala kang mahanap na lifestyle show on a free TV. Kung meron man, yun sa other channels nila. Yan lang yung masasabi ko. And still, ang takeaway natin sa episode na to is lifestyle shows or lifestyle TV is our gateway on the trendiest, that is, what we're eating and where we should go and what we should wear, what we should cook for family, and what are the hottest cars in the market, hottest phones in the market. Like, I really miss those types of shows right now, and mostly of these lifestyle shows or magazine shows are cooking, food related, and travel na lang talaga. I currently have NHK World because they also have lifestyle shows here. And also, I watch French TV because I understand a little bit of French, and they also have a lot of lifestyle shows still, not just cooking, but they also have like a home renovation and also mas lang car magazine show na pinapalabas on anong cable network to? Nakalimutan ko na, pero i-flash ko na lang yung sa screen ko. So, that is it, guys, for today's episode of The Joy Show. And to, commemorate this end of this episode, I will finish my Pancit Canton with you guys. I'm going to use my hands because konti na lang to. And I'm not here to waste any drop of my noodles. I'll finish it with my hands. Done! Also done! This is fun! Chit-chatting with you guys through a podcast while eating, this is so much fun. But our fourth episode next week or next month, depende, will be very chilling, very creepy, and very scary because we will talking about next on our Joey Show is creepy TV commercials. I'm very excited for this episode because I'm consuming Philippine creepy commercial these days, even though like it will be bad for my anxiety, but it still gives me nostalgia because of how old these commercials are. So, yun yung magiging feature natin on the next episode. So, thank you very much for listening or watching today's The Joy Show. And it will be available on soon on Spotify and on YouTube Music. And because I am recording the audio from my video or my audio recording and also a video from a app, it will be a trouble editing this shit because walang audio dito on the video. So, Joy Alvarez 00 on Instagram, Joy Alvarez 00 on TikTok, Joy Online Gaming on YouTube as well, even though di ko siya masyado na pinagkakabagong uploads. Oh my goodness. And my vlogging channel, that is Joy Who. So thank you very much, guys, for watching today's Joy Show episode 3, and I'll see you guys on our episode 4. Bye.